Welcome back to Closing Bell, and we are coming to you live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal newsroom. Well, a lot of you all have written in the last few days and said, what's happening to D Street Chatter? I'll tell you what, there's good news. Nimesh is back. He was on a short vacation for a couple of weeks. He's back. Nimesh, good to have you back. I'll tell you what, a lot of people personally as well had written in. What happened to Chatter? So I said,
you need some break, right?
Yeah, you need some break. And, good to have you back. So tell us, what are you picking up now?
But Nigel, before I talk about today's market, what a move in the mid-cap and small-cap in the last 2 weeks. I was just looking at, on Friday, I looked at the data for the last 2 weeks, and some stocks have just rallied for 40-50% with no news, no nothing. I mean, I was surprised the kind of move you've seen in the mid-cap. Good that, people are making money. But coming to today's market, while, we've seen a gap up, and after that, it's been a consolidation, not big moves on either side, right? Yeah. And that's largely because today's flows are very, very selective into some select large cap names. It's not like a full, blow-on rally from the FIs in the broader market. So that's the overall feedback. Well, the defense stocks are doing good today, but not really big moves or big feedbacks of large buying interest coming in. In fact, the HDFC Defense Fund, which was closed last week, they've only raised 1,000 crores and they've closed there. So it's not like they've raised large amount of money which will get deployed into this defense name. So it looks like it's more of an excitement towards that. You're seeing a big move in the defense stocks. But in terms of pure buying, is the select private bank stocks and the auto names. That's where the feedback is there is genuine buying and money is chasing those names from the larger institutions. That's the overall feedback. I guess, technically we are still in the positive zones of Nifty at 18,600. Can it go to 18,800? It can go. I mean, there is a resistance around those levels. But I think that today was the first sign, or maybe I've come after 2 weeks, but the feedback is some signs of profit booking as well. So there is some bit of money taking out of the table as well into this rally. So just keep that in mind, that while we're seeing a bit of momentum, one needs to be cautious as well. So that's the overall feedback from the daily.
Yeah, and after the kind of rally that you're seeing, maybe cleaning out your portfolio to some extent as well will be healthy actually.
Just to rationalize and take and digest the kind of moves you've seen in the broader market.
Indeed. Nimesh, but there were a couple of large trades as well today, and there are some stocks that are normally on your radar, and our team is saying, tell Nimesh to give us the juicy details. So give us the juicy details.
Okay, in terms of individual stocks, the first stock on my list today is MTAR Technologies. There was a large block, nearly 5% equity changing hands. I believe the promoter entity was a seller in today's block, and maybe today was the last block. So the disclosures could be important as far as MTAR Technology is concerned. The second stock is Minda Corp. Off late, you've seen some bit of accumulation in this particular stock as well, buzzing off late. I believe one of the leading sovereign fund is an active buyer in Minda Corp of late. Remember, the company has also announced a provision to raise funds, and they're looking to acquire Precol as well. So that's been part of the news of late in Minda Corp. The third stock is Bharti Airtel. Even last week when I was not there, there's one day when we saw a big move. Even at these levels, I believe there is strong buy flows. Plus, there are some bids as well from larger FIs. So there is interest in Bharti Airtel from larger institutions at these levels. And the last stock is IIFL Finance. Seems to be back on HNI radar. A couple of large HNIs bought, I believe, last week as well. And in IIFL Finance, the other trigger is one of the domestic insurance company was a seller. That seems to be pretty much over now, and hence it's back on in the HNI investors of late, and hence that stock should be on the radar. That is IIFL Finance.
Okay, all right. Thanks for all the chatter and all the buzz, Nimesh. Good to have you.